Throughout the different generations of Pokemon, there have been several things wrong with the games. I'm talking about the things that just don't make any sense. Like in the first generation of Pokemon, Ghost-type Pokemon were supposed to be strong against Psychic types. However, the only Ghost-type Pokemon were also part Poison-type, so they were also weak against Psychic types as well, leaving them almost completely useless against Psychic types. There are a lot of other things wrong in the Pokemon games such as this. So today I decided to search through each of the generations of Pokemon to try and find everything I can that's wrong with them, starting with the first generation. So, sit back and enjoy as I point out everything wrong with the first generation of Pokemon. One of the worst things was being stuck in battle with a Diglett or a Dugtrio. If your Pokemon wakes up from sleep, it takes up your whole turn, meaning the enemy can just put you right back to sleep. If a Pokemon kills a substitute with Explosion or Self-Destruct, they don't die from using it, getting to the Rock Tunnel and forgetting to get Flash on your first playthrough. In this game, Focus Energy actually cuts your critical hit rate in half, instead of doubling it, like it's supposed to. If your Pokemon was frozen, it would never thaw out, unless an enemy used a fire attack. You had to save every single time you switched boxes for Pokemon. Pokemon attacks like Wrap, Bind, Clamp, and Fire Spin prevented you from doing anything for 2 through 5 whole turns. If you used the move Substitute at exactly 25% HP, you'd kill yourself. This dang trash can puzzle could take forever to figure out, having to pass through Mount Moon without any way to buy repels. Until all of a sudden, surprise, motherfucker! If you use a Pokemon move to stat up too high, it'll eventually roll over into hilariously low numbers. Professor Oak's aides were spread all across Kanto. What kind of grandpa can't remember his own grandson's name? In Pokemon Yellow, Sabrina's gym level was way too high. Every attack in the game, except for Swift, had at least a 1 in 256 chance of missing. Why would I start off with a potion in my PC if I have no Pokemon yet? The only way to get certain Pokemon was to trade with in-game NPCs. You can't rename any of the in-game traded Pokemon, so you're stuck with stupid nicknames like Ducks. You only get a stupid diploma for catching them all. You can go fishing on a Pokemon Gym statue and catch a Magikarp. You can also surf on them. DODUO and DODRIO can learn Fly, despite having no wings. Charizard and Scyther can't learn Fly, even though they have wings. HYPNO and DROWZEE are Psychic types, yet are used as Poison types in Koga's gym. The move Splash is actually a mistranslation, and that's why it's a normal type move instead of a water type move. Players who started off with Charmander were at a huge disadvantage against the first and second gym leaders. This guy says he doesn't know who runs this gym, but it says who owns it on the sign right beside him. A man sometimes appears on top of the Cinnabar gym and disappears without a trace. Instead of going to the SSN, you can have a Pokemon with Cut traded to you. You can skip the whole SSN part of the game by doing this. If you cut a tree, stand where it was, save and reset, you'll be standing on top of the tree. In Cerulean City, there's a man that will trade you a Poliwhirl for a Jinx. After trading, he'll say, "The Poliwhirl you traded to me wouldn't evolved." Marowak's ghost is supposed to be avoided only with the Stealth Scope. However, if you use a Pokédoll in his battle, it'll escape and you can proceed the game. Team Rocket have way too many Raticates. Do they really expect to be able to stop us with just these weak Pokemon? No female Team Rocket members until Generation 2.
Unless you count me, baby.
There's a wild Snorlax in the way. After you beat him, he goes back to the mountains. What mountains? Besides Mount Moon? And the fact that his ass looks like a mountain. If you trade a Raichu to an old NPC on Cinnabar Island, he'll say that the Raichu you traded him evolved, even though Raichu never evolves. He must be senile. Bag space was way too limited. If the PC Pokemon box was full, you couldn't catch a new Pokemon until you went and switched boxes at the Pokemon Center. Having a kid to rub an old man's back? Now this is just plain wrong. End of story. Rub, 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 rub. The only way to get a Mew is by event, glitches, or cheating. This hill. Some of the Pokemon sprites were just plain ugly. Chansey's big ass was a pain to catch. Tentacool, 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 Tentacool. The only way to get a Porygon was by doing a lot of gambling. If this guy's a hiker, then why is he so fat? Some Pokemon were just plain useless in battle. And the most important thing, why is your rival such a butt?